Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. They mean the world to me. If you are interested in subscribing to the channel via Patreon, it's a great way to support the channel. You go to patreon.com, find Engelgeist, choose a subscription level, and you get the daily forecast over there a day early. So you can kind of maybe see what's coming. There's also special readings available for the different levels of service over there, or subscription over there. So you choose that level, and it gives you access to those readings. For those of you that are just watching here on YouTube or seeing this video on Facebook, if you want to support the channel, you can always just hit the thumbs up button or the like button, share the video out, or leave a question or comment. Those are great ways of supporting also. And if you are interested in a private reading, you can message me directly on my Facebook business page. Those can be booked and arranged. They're pretty easily done. So I can answer any questions there. All right, so let's get into the forecast. We've started a new week. This is the forecast for November 30th. Sorry, I'm drawing a little bit of a blank here. Yes, November 30th, Monday. What day of the week is it? Is it not? Oh my god, wait. Is today only Sunday? Oh my god, I thought it was Tuesday when I woke up. Wow. COVID's got me for real. Damn. Not that I have COVID, I just don't even know what day it is anymore half the time. Alright, so this is for Monday, November 30th. And I totally really thought it was Tuesday when I woke up this morning. I've been up for a little bit already. Alright. Oh, strange. Alright, so Monday the 30th, this is not set. You know what I always say? I always say the same thing every day, just to kind of, because I never know when somebody new might be watching my videos. This is not only set for that date, this is intended for the highest good of the greater collective, therefore it's a broad spectrum reading that whenever you see it, it's sort of when you're supposed to see it. If it makes sense, great, utilize it. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Nothing is wrong, you just may be working on something different. If you make any decisions in your life after having watched this video, please know that you are responsible for those decisions. I don't want anybody messaging me going, you said this was going to happen and it didn't happen and I, made a picnic and got ready for it. No girl. Use your highest and best judgment. My readings are here to help, enhance what you already know to be true ideally and give you a little bit of insight and support. Do not take anything I say over that of a professional in their field, be it a lawyer, a doctor, a therapist. I know that you guys know this, or the majority of you would know this, or think that this would be obvious, but there are people out there that are desperately seeking help that maybe don't know this. And so I include that now in my videos just to kind of give reminder to people that don't give your power over to others, fully and completely. Okay, so the whole point of these readings is to be empowered, not disempowered. Alright, so let's get into Monday the 30th. We do have a full moon tonight. I believe it's in the sign of Gemini. Tonight would be the night we would want to release stuff. If we can't do it tonight, we have a couple of nights to still partake in this full moon energy. So flow with it, release whatever's not working for you. For those of you that don't know how to do, a sort of proper release, trust your intuition or look it up. Google it, bitch. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you can look up how other people do releases. There's different practices, Wiccan, or, you can follow your own intuition. Journaling is a great way to sort of process information and come to terms with it and then maybe release it. Setting whatever you've written on fire is also another way to sort of release it to the ethers. There's all sorts of different options. So, and again, like I said, you can do it tonight. It's the most potent. Actually, I think, yeah, you can do it tonight when it's the most potent, or, over the next few days, you still have the power of that moon. Sometimes just, meditation and reflection on a certain aspect of your life where you're ready to depart or change it can work, right? So, doesn't have to be so serious. Alright, so let's see what the card is for today. Hey, Ace of Wands. We see this guy a lot this month. Wands is the element of fire, that of the element of the spirit too. Aces are new beginnings. Look at this cat. He's walking on that wand. He's working his path. He's thinking about things. He's taking it, I don't want to say seriously, but I think he's paying very close attention. Do you know what I mean? And I love that he's walking towards that tree, that firmly rooted tree, that new growth, that new learning, that new understanding. I always see these sparrows. I can't remember. I think these are sparrows or they're swallows. I can't remember all of these birds flying in the sky. To me, it feels like support. It feels like the energy of excitement. It feels like the energy of spirit at times, like flying around, keeping us, moving, cheering us on, so to speak. We even have this little bird down here in the corner. And then the daffodils to me are kind of like the newness of spring. So we might feel refreshed, we might feel renewed at the level of spirit deep within ourselves, we might feel inspired. Aces definitely bring about that inspiration and that desire. Whatever it is that we want to kind of continue to work towards it. Staying optimistic about it would be the Aces energy too. If new paths open up to us, new opportunities through people, through situations, through things we didn't expect, don't be surprised. For some of you, remember we have that Queen of Wands energy underneath this. So we have wands upon wands, which is a good thing. It's very much, this card is very much in line with that Queen of Wands energy that we saw in the beginning of the week from yesterday's reading. So channeling her sort of fertile nature and her intuitive nature into this ace brings about kind of just even almost like a little bit of an extra oomph to this. What else would I would say? Sometimes the Ace of Wands can be deemed as a sort of, how do I want to say this, like very intense, passionate card, right? It can signify, not to get too rude, but for some of you it could signify y'all gonna get some nookie, some of the good feels, right? As they say. But I don't necessarily get that sense from it. I like to think of this as us sort of working our way down the path, balancing our energies, our desires, and really channeling it productively into something new, something to be excited about, and something to move towards, okay? So, and we've seen this guy a lot this month. I feel like this is the third time we've seen him. We saw him on the 9th, which was also a Monday. Where else did we see him? I know we saw him more than once. We've seen him twice on that 8th that I know of. He likes to show up on Mondays, this cat. Where? I know. I can't find the other one. But he has shown up a couple of times. So just, he showed up last Tuesday. So this cat keeps coming back. And what I mean by that is like our inspiration, our desire. Is there something maybe, for some of you, I'll just point this out, is there something that you guys are not paying attention to, or maybe denying, not wanting to see, or not wanting to go after for fear of, maybe it being too precious, too important, too, we don't believe it's possible. I feel like he's kind of here on the last day of this month. We're switching out decks, so we're not going to see him anymore. I feel like he's reminding us, hey, get out there and do it. Take the first steps. That's his paw reaching out there. All right, let's see what the Empathic Oracle has to say. All right, Chameleon. We've seen Chameleon a few times this month, too. I want to say at least two other times. Number 50, which would boil down to a 5. 5 is about change. I'm going to say this because I just got done kind of getting that hit with him. Is there something that we're hiding from, guys? With this Chameleon, I feel like he feels a little bit scared to me today, or like he's blending in, trying to sort of adapt to his surroundings more so than sort of standing out in his surroundings, knowing that at any point in time he can adapt and come into alignment. That's the magic of Chameleon too, right? Is that he can sort of blend in and do what he needs to do to be productive and move forward and keep himself safe and secure. 5s usually kind of represent this feeling of change, right? And most people, as a rule, kind of resist change. We want to keep things at the status quo. The Ace of Wands is not about resisting change. It's about, boom, change is here. Like, it's here and it's going to happen. And so getting with the program and moving forward would be probably our best bet. Especially with that Queen of Wands underneath it too, because she really, queens, tend to be more of that sort of fruitful, fertile, creative nature or energy. So she's going to push us forward too. Maybe our reluctance is some of that 5 of Wands card that we saw at the midweek. Maybe we don't want to deal with the conflicting opinions and controversies and, competition that might be coming our way. Chameleon maybe already senses that a little bit, right? So he wants to blend in. I feel like Chameleon's also telling us, he has all of these beautiful colors in his skin. We each have like beautiful skills, things that we identify with, parts of ourselves and experiences that make us who we are, right? That make us sort of able to adapt to situations, to create within situations, to master situations, even in the midst of, say, the change of that number 5 that we see in the number 50 of this card. Are we utilizing that? Are we trusting that, right? I kind of get the sense today, and this is not something that I felt with this card the last 2 times we saw it. I feel like he feels a little bit timid on that branch, like he almost feels like he's shirking his shoulders and pulling his head back, like he doesn't want to be seen today. So if there's anybody out there that feels that way, this card is explaining, you might be exactly where you need to be, but I also feel like this cat in the Ace of Wands is tentatively still taking steps, no matter how thin that wand is that he's walking on, right? So no matter how sort of far away our desire is, or our goal is, or the opportunity might be, or where we feel capable of achieving it, if we don't feel all that capable, don't let that throw you. Kind of keep taking steps as you can, as you're safely able to do so, right? I don't want you throwing, I never tell you to throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? But remembering that, like, when I look at this chameleon, he has this beautiful ability to kind of adapt to his surroundings. He has a beautiful ability to kind of assimilate and blend in, so much so that he becomes part of everything that's going on around him. So I think that there's some sort of untapped or forgotten about nature within us that we need to also be reminded of, so that we can kind of roll with whatever changes may be afoot, so that we can continue towards our goals, our higher goals. All right, so let's look to the grounding stone and see what the grounding stone is going to be today. Okay. And what was the gratitude? Yesterday was faith. Okay. So for the week it's faith. For today it is gratitude. So staying seated in this space of gratitude will also help us. I believe that it will help us to see our goals more clearly. It will help us to also realize how and where we are strong or capable, like this chameleon. If we're in fear, worry, self-doubt, which is kind of where I feel like this chameleon might be, then we're not necessarily going to be able to access this gratitude and be thankful for the gifts that we have, be thankful for the attributes that are us, be thankful for the skills that we have. As we're thankful for those skills, right, we adapt similar to the chameleon, and we're able to acquire new skills or new ways. We might actually intuitively be able to move ourselves towards whatever our goal is without even realizing it. And that gratitude, I kind of get the sense, will continue to build upon, and it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and we become all the more skilled and able to move all the more quickly. I feel like that cat is able to move faster along that wand if we choose to do so. Like I said, with those birds up above, we are supported. Even the chameleon feels like he's supported by those leaves around him. There's support around us even if we're not seeing it or feeling it. And that might be because we're not feeling it from within, guys. That's the tentativeness of the Ace of Wands, where I kind of get a feeling we should be more excited, hopeful. And that might be some of that 5 of Wands energy that might be lurking, in the next day or two, where it might come in. If we can release it, we can change that 5 of Wands, right? Nothing that I predict for the future is ever set in stone. I believe that these are guideposts that let us know kind of where things stand as they are now, but they can constantly be changed through free will and free choice. If the majority of us get into a state of confidence and belief in ourselves and start channeling this sort of idea of gratitude, we can collectively shift our, shared path. All right, so let's look at where the Ace of Wands is at. Let's read this for you. Ace of Wands is dedicated to Medusa. The symbolism is the path is creating a clear understanding for where you want to go, a path to your goals. And that's where I think, chameleon might be hiding a little bit, not wanting to commit. Clouds, a connection with source energy, creating a dream, feeling connected with the divine. The daffodils are spring, new beginnings, the passing of time, new experiences, and emerging. The swallows are excited energy, going with the flow. And the trees with roots are finding your place, feeling deeply connected to where you are going. The message: in perfect balance with spirit and material goals, the cat uses its creative mind to envision a path forward, one that will generate a fresh idea worth perusing. When the Ace of Wands appears, it is time to add some creativity to your situation. Doing so will sync up with the powerful influences of the universe, and new beginnings will sprout. You are in an exciting position to conceive of something new, something deserving of attention. Have confidence in your ideas as they begin to expand. Encourage their growth by allowing your imagination time to play with various outcomes. A talent that is yours and yours alone is on the cusp of developing, and as a result, you may just discover a new road to explore. Let your enthusiasm be your compass. The energy attributes are positive, feeling full of courage, able to take on new challenges without second-guessing yourself, freely expressing yourself. The negative are taking risks, unable to sift out the best solutions, overly optimistic, or becoming arrogant. Now, let's go to Chameleon. I don't even remember Chameleon's definition, so let me see here. Come on, Chameleon. All right. The world is a place of beauty and wonder, each individual unique as they add their experience to the tapestry of color. People who are empathic often feel within themselves that they do not fit anywhere. Family, friends can all seem foreign to an empath, as the outward experience doesn't match up to what the empath is feeling inwardly. The confusion in the need to belong can drive the empath to wonder if their personal behaviors or beliefs are wrong. So begins the experience of becoming the chameleon, emulating behaviors and mannerisms just to fit in. Many empaths become very skilled at this behavior. It can be a positive experience as you learn what works and what doesn't in social settings. The problem begins when you lose yourself in the perceived need to be other than who you really are. You can begin to align with beliefs and behaviors that are negative. This soon blurs the boundaries of what and who am I. If you are not mindful and present, you will soon find yourself struggling to discover who and what you are. Am I blending into my surroundings to create a feeling of safety? Am I losing my individual beauty in the tapestry? Why am I having a hard time holding on to my true, authentic self? And I think that that's some of what I'm sensing with this chameleon today. He feels a little bit more timid. So those of you that are feeling a little bit more timid or not reluctant to want to be seen, or maybe dedicate yourself to whatever this goal is in this Ace of Wands, I would say if you want to counteract that or you want to change that, getting into this state of gratitude about what you know, who you are in the present moment as you are, is going to help to assist you to move forward towards this goal. And I really want to say that I do see in these cards, and I do sense that we are fully supported towards the movement of this goal. It's funny how they're both on these sticks too. You know, they're both in the same position, moving, like the cat is moving towards the right, or I'd say when I'm looking at it towards the left, but and same with the chameleon, right? They're both kind of almost doing the same activity. Isn't that funny? All right, so that is your whole forecast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye-bye.